Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a rants video to do today, yet again. Guys, listen, this video, for those of you that have watched my content over the years, you know what I'm about to complain about. I absolutely hate this balance in this game. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, man, I'm going to catch you guys out like crazy, okay? Because when I used to first rant about this, people were like, oh, this is fine, this is that. Guys, there's certain things you can honestly see into the future with some of the things that you rant about when it comes to video games. It's funny, man, because I was genuinely in a chat with my boy yesterday, right? And I was playing Overwatch. And, you know, I just got to a certain point where I was playing Overwatch where, you know, mechanics are cool, whatever. But then I went to my boy and I just got really annoyed. I'm like, you know what, bro? All of these video games that exist nowadays suck because these companies don't understand how to make a video game fun and long lasting anymore, right? Because sometimes they're going to have good variables in certain areas, right? But then in other areas, it completely ruins the general experience of the game, right? I'll give you guys a good example, because every time you say this to people, right? Every time you say this to people, they're always like, oh, maybe you're outgrowing video games, right? It always happens. You will always find the easy excuse as to why you hate certain things, because if someone loves it, that they want to go against what you hate, right? It's just how it works. But I feel like I am the type of person that when I dislike something, I have very valid reasons for disliking it, right? And even if people disagree with it initially, over time, I feel like people come to terms with why I disagree with it. And they kind of have more of an understanding. Their eyes open up a little bit. The reason why is because I had another friend, right, where, you know, in this year's FIFA, this is like the first year of FIFA where he's actually interested in doing the things, right? But I'm catching certain, certain patterns from him as a regular person that I, as a content creator, already found years ago when this change was happening, okay? If you guys have watched my content over the years, you know what I'm about to talk about, okay? I'm going to talk about these gameplay game modes being a horrible balance for a video game in general when you play FIFA, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys why. Now, if you guys watched this video that I made probably like a year or two ago, right? Where I literally say these game modes are needed to make FIFA fun again, right? For FIFA, this is me ranting about it in FIFA 21, right? I've been talking about the gameplay game mode rants like crazy for years, okay? Because it is so poorly balanced from what we have nowadays, okay? So let's talk about the current balance that we have in the game, right? So we have this new thing that they added to the game called moments, right? Which I've yet to touch, right? Yet to touch this thing. We have squad battles, which, sorry, against AI, absolutely hate. I hate playing any game where I'm playing against AI. It's like me playing Overwatch. I mean, we're going to talk about Overwatch too, right? Because it's like me playing Overwatch and being, you know, let's say I'm XQC and I'm too big of an elo, right? I'm 220 rank as a tank in that elo, and now my ranked queue times are 30 minutes. That's why, like, when we make comparisons, sometimes people have really bad competitive game mode based systems, right? 30-minute queue times to play a video game, right? In a game where ranked is the main reason why you play to begin with. Horrible system, okay? That's why I give credit to EA in certain things. That system in Overwatch, dude, I am gold 4 as a tank in Overwatch, and it still takes me like 8 minutes to find a game. That's crazy, okay? It's insane. But anyways, squad battles against AI, I don't like it. It's like me playing Overwatch, being at that ranked, and then going to face like these AI people controlling these robots, controlling these heroes. I'm not into it, right? There's division rivals, there's foot champs, and then there's friendlies. Guys, listen to what I'm going to tell you, okay? The current balance of how they do gameplay game modes in FIFA nowadays is horrible. Let me explain to you guys why, okay? Let's say, for instance, this is the Road to Glory account, right? I stopped playing Division Rivals on the Road to Glory account because, as you guys know, the last video I did for the RTG account was literally playing foot champs, right? And playing the game normally has yet again stopped for me this year, right? Because I don't see the point of it. I'm going to explain to you guys why, okay? Okay, let's say I'm going to play the game normally, right? With my normal players. This is the only gameplay game mode where you can do that, right? Because it's either this one or this one, right? You've created a system where this game mode right here, which is the worst game mode you guys have ever added, right? For the general experience of this game, because it's quantity amount, the worst game mode ever added has now turned into the best game mode you ever created. But guess what? You can only play it during certain periods of time. You've created the worst one, your best one, but now it's only available during certain periods of time. When are they available? It's available on the weekends, right? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's available when you go through qualifications. Guys, division rivals. What is the point, right, of people grinding to the elite division, right, to only use full meta cards and not care about doing anything else? What is the point? Don't get me wrong. This game mode is one of the best competitive-based game modes I have ever played in any video game ever. Do you want to know why? Because if you do get to the elite division, right, all you have to do is, I don't know if it's the same as last year, because this is how much I don't play it, okay? This is how much I don't even look at it. I haven't realized this ever since they added it, okay? If they let you grind to the elite division and you get whatever it is, your 8 wins or whatever, guys, I don't care at all about being a competitive player, about being a pro player. I just want to experience the game by doing different things, right? So once I attain those wins in the elite division, which, like I said, is one of the best competitive game modes I've ever played, right? What do you do after that? Am I going to go use my fun players in the elite division against people that will play to win, park the bus like rats, use these pressure tactics, and use the same players all the time? No. You need a mode, right, where you can use all of these different types of players. Do you guys know how much it hurts my heart? It hurts my heart completely when I see people putting a red Griezmann, who is the best version of his card. This is how I view FIFA, okay? The best version of his card, and they use him towards fodder in FUT Champs. And for the FUT Champs rewards. That bothers me like crazy. All of these cards that you're attaining should be sick in their own ways. You create this system, right? You create this system nowadays when you do these types of gameplay objectives that you release, right? So let's say, for instance, you guys have been doing, you know, these types of things like crazy. The dynamic duo, right? Which are gameplay objective cards that you unlock them through managerial masterpiece, right? There's 1 right there, 2 right there, 3 right there. But then you get into squad foundations, right? And then what are the 2 game mode options for the squad foundations? Squad battles or division rivals? So in division rivals, right, if I were to play division rivals, I would need at least 7 players from the Super League to do this. EA, let me explain something to you, okay? If you think your balance of gameplay game modes is good, right, to essentially force people to play squad battles, which is against AI, that's boring. Can I show you an example of what you should have in your game that I've asked you ever since you changed your game modes? Ever since FIFA 17? Can I show you an example? This video right here, okay? Let's go to the World Cup mode. I don't care what any of you guys say. This is the best game mode we've ever had in FIFA, okay? We've ever had in FIFA. If you have one bracket, one little spot on your menu system that has this tournament mode, this video is void. Keep your division rivals, keep your FUT Champs, keep your squad battles, keep your moments, right? You have this mode in the game where you could just go in, play your group stage matches, get a reward each game. I don't care if it's a bronze player, EA, because at least when I play that one game and I get that one bronze player, I can use it from bronze to silver, silver to gold, blah, 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 right? You get one player each game, you finish your group stage, you get the rewards for qualifying through the group stage, and then you try to win the whole tournament to get your whole tournament reward, right? If you win the whole thing. This is the best game mode that has ever existed in FIFA. And guess what, guys? They added this for 2 different World Cups, but for this year's World Cup, they're not going to add this. And do you know why they're not going to add this? I'm going to blame the community on this one, okay? I'm going to tell you why. Because when this game mode came out, okay, The gameplay in this game, I don't remember which game it was because all the last 6 or 7 years have been horrible gameplays, okay? This one, at least there's like 40, 50, 60% of good things, okay? But this game had horrible gameplay, but I was actually willing to play games in it because of how good the mode was, okay? With horrible gameplay, the gameplay game mode made me play it more. If you guys gave me this gameplay game mode in the game nowadays, I would enjoy the game significantly more. Significantly more. You still need to nerf this pressure tactic and figure out how you're going to deal with people wasting time. Because here's the thing, guys. Here's the problem, right? They take the pressure tactic out, but then people are going to start wasting time. How are you going to deal with the time wasters? Because 100 depth doesn't work that way. Okay? So they got to figure it out if they end up nerfing it. Because right now it's horrible, right? But as a gameplay game mode, this is the best game mode that's ever existed. Remove the record. I'm saying this, remove the record with a decent record on your screen, okay? Remove the record, which was good. They followed this advice from back in the day because I told them to remove the record from Ultimate Team in the front. Look, I'm not saying this as a person that had a bad record. During these days, I told them to remove it because it affects someone's general experience. You want to go see your record? Go to your club and go see your record like you can right now, okay? But this record at the top, take it out, take this out, and focus on the general experience of playing the game, right? You just play the game, you grind, grind, grind. If you cut the rewards in this in half, I would still enjoy the game mode being in the game. Because to be fair, your Foot Champs rewards, the way that you guys have formatted nowadays, you actually get pretty good rewards for it. We just don't use these rewards because people are only going to focus on full meta cards all the time, okay? This gameplay game mode is a good game mode because if you add stuff like this, which are cards that I am 100% willing to get to make different types of teams, not through squad battles, okay? And definitely not through division rivals, because what if I'm in the elite division, right? And it's the only way online for me to unlock these cards, but you only do it through the elite division because you don't have a tournament mode. Do you guys see what I'm saying? The concept of them adding these cards, I am down for. I am not down for it in the current setup of the game. It's horrible. I like this stuff, man. I love it. Look, a Danish player that plays for Hoffenheim, like, brother, I'll figure something out with that. This guy plays for Stuttgart. I'll figure something out with that too. These cards are usable in the meta of this gameplay. I'll figure something out to add them to a team to do different types of concept squads. 100% I'm down for that. But you add these squad foundation cards that are either squad battles or division rivals. Buddy, I need to go get a baby cousin or something to do the squad battle games. Guys, you know what happened? Listen, man. This is my co-op. This is my RTG account, right? So actually, I have this card for sure. I did this card. It's going to be all the way at the bottom, correct? Okay, guys, this card right here. Guys, listen, I already told you guys this story. I told you guys this story when I was, doing those other videos where I told you guys that this card right here, right? I lost 4 games of Ultimate Team on squad battles from falling asleep, guys. From falling asleep, I lost 4 games to unlock this card. And he ends up being generic. But guess what? I wouldn't care about him being generic because guess what? He's a left wing that belongs in the Liga NOS. That's Portuguese. So in the future, I can use them towards this game mode and have fun with him and use different cards. You would have your balance in the game nowadays, right? You keep your division rivals, you keep your Foot Champs because you guys have formatted Foot Champs in a way where it has become more acceptable, but I don't care what anybody says, quantity amount games will always be garbage in any video game you play, okay? And this is coming from someone, I have to get results for the result Ricks in the community, okay? I have to get results for my opinion to be more valid, okay? So this is coming from someone that can perform well in the mode, but I still hate it. Like I did in FIFA 17. Top 100 stopped playing it consistently. The moment I got it, I stopped. It's more so because of gameplay back in the day, because the reds I used to get, 44 different reds. Buddy, if I had this tournament mode that existed back in these days, and you gave me all those reds, buddy, the amount of cool concept squads I could have made. The amount. But this balance, this is what their bounce factor is. Their bounce factor is me doing squad foundations in division. If I'm in the elite division, that's the only online mode I can do. And then the offline mode is squad battles, which is so boring to play. Your squad battle game mode, it bothers me so much. I'm going to tell you guys why it bothers me, okay? I understand why it's in the game for people that want to chill out and just play against AI. I get it. But I hate that you have rewards in it that could be used in the online experience at least. Because that, as a casual game mode, is boring because it's AI. It's AI. I want to face actual people. I'm not going to use 7 Super League. EA, I'm already noticing like pattern this year, okay? People, if you create content, guys, okay, understand. Some people are not going to stay in the elite division because it's linear, it's boring to play to win, you know, to do certain types of content, right? But if you get to the elite division and you have to use full meta cards, no problem. No problem, because once you attain your wins, you go play the tournament mode and you use these really sick cards. Look, Yedlin looks really nice. These guys who are generic AF still look decent because guess what? 4-star weak foot, medium high work rated, left-footed card. I would use this card. I would use them. Especially with Higuain added into the game, I would use them. I would have a sick MLS team right now. Insigne, this guy would be my CDM partnership with Hector Herrera. You know, I'd put Campos as my goalie. My center back would be like, you know, I would do different things all the time because maybe at some point you guys do a Chiellini card, right? This balance is not good. Look, the EFL Championship, I look at these cards, right? And these ones are not as bad, right? Because you're doing it in managerial masterpiece, okay? Managerial masterpiece, I don't mind that, right? You have an actual friendly mode for you to do it. But the purpose of getting these cards after managerial masterpiece is pointless, man. It's pointless because you know when where the only place that you are going to do concept teams in general is in Foot Champs, is the game mode that's supposed to be competitive. That's the only mode you're gonna... Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? I've been doing so many reviews this year in Foot Champs, right? In Foot Champs, just for my matchmaking to be fast and for me to face competent players. This is not about facing bad players because, guys, listen. Foot Champs matchmaking is the best matchmaking in the game because I like facing competent players while doing different things, trying out different formations, trying out different tactics, trying out different players. That's the best part. And Foot Champs is the best game mode for you to do that. If you go play in the elite division right now, try to do that. See how much fun you'll have. See how much fun you'll have. It's boring. And it's fine that it's boring if it's the most full meta ratty FIFA. It's fine for a short period of time. You have the best you have one of the best competitive modes in any video game, okay? But you don't have a balance around it. When I get a red pick, like a Griezmann or a Lautaro Martinez, I shouldn't feel the need to put them in a Foot Champs upgrade because it's not Mbappe. No, that's so boring, man. Me getting Griezmann, Vlaco, you know, from Benfica, Griezmann and my red picks for that one weekend that we played, those are sick red picks. People are going to use those red picks towards Foot Champs upgrade because they just want a full meta team because the only mode they could play is Division Rivals. And then here's the thing, okay? Look at what we had back in the day for a good balance. This game mode right here. Guys, if you used to watch my gameplay content back in the day, as a streamer, this game mode's the best, man. It's this in a tournament mode. Why? Because in divisions, this is not Division Rivals, this is divisions, okay? You get 4,000 coins for relegating, you get 7,500 coins for holding, and you get 15,000 coins and I think a gold pack for winning the whole thing. And guess what? It wasn't like Division Rivals, because Division Rivals, when you play early in the game, it's the top tier FIFA players. Like it's top tier in FIFA always means the most ratty. I'm sorry. There's not very few, but there's few people that you'll actually tell that they have a good football game sense. You know, some people you face in this year's game, like I said in the previous video, the rant video, you'll notice it, right? But this mode, this mode was so good because the matchmaking was more open, right? Back in the day, I think it was division 10 to 7, 6 to 4, 3 to 1, right? If you were to make this in the game nowadays with division rivals existing, it would be different. Your matchmaking should be division 10 to 6 and then 5 to 1. That would be the best to do, right? You can literally cut these rewards in 3 or 4, and I would still love to play this game mode. Because like I said, your division rivals, if you're grinding it and you finish your games, you get your wins, cool. And then once you play FUT Champs, you finish your games, you get your rewards, cool. Then you would have this mode to play where you're still consistently getting rewards from actually playing the game. And it would be a game mode where you would actually be down to try to unlock all of these cards, right? Because the matchmaking is more open. Not everyone's going to be playing super sweaty FIFA, right? To be able to get the cards. But you would have the balance here. This is what you guys don't understand, okay? You would have the balance, or they do understand, and we're going to talk about it why. You'll have a balance of people who only want to play competitive FIFA. Okay, you only want to play competitive FIFA? Go play Division Rivals. You want to be that type of player? Go play Division Rivals. You want to be the type of player that uses different cards and formations and have some fun while still trying to win? Go play either Divisions or go play the tournament mode. The tournament mode. Look at the team I had back in the day. Like the people complain. I hated when people did this. I hated when people complained about getting cards too easily in the World Cup mode. I hate you so much for saying that. I'm going to tell you why I hate you. Your whole experience of playing this game is to have players to try out different stuff. If you were to tell me in Ultimate Team, right? Hey, we're just going to give you all of the cards in the game. I would take that opportunity every single time. You know why you don't want to do that? Because you guys want to grind towards full meta only. If you gave me a game mode like this, where they give me all the cards just for 1 million coins, 2 million coins in game, amazing. If the gameplay was better during this year's game, you guys would see over 1,000 matches in the World Cup mode. If the fact that you could even see 47 with how horrible the gameplay was in this year's game, it's FIFA 18, I'm pretty sure, right? This is after the patch. Horrible gameplay as well, right? Driven shot meta. I would have played more. It wasn't because of me getting the cards early. It was because your gameplay was so horrible to play. But the game mode, if you've gotten 50 games out of me with how much I hated that gameplay, amazing. Dude, I hated that gameplay so much. And in the regular mode, I still had 1,350, something like that matches. I still had those matches with how horrible your gameplay was during that time period. This is older FIFAs. This has to be like 16. 16, guys? Or 18? No, 14, 16. 14, 18. I think this is FIFA 18. Yeah, it might be FIFA 18. Maybe. Whichever mode it was. No, it can't be 18. It has to be 14. Is it? Well, guys, it's whatever mode they added FUT Champs, because I think that's when they stopped doing this division stuff. I think. I think it was the same one. I could... let me see. Is this one? No, current season play match. Seasons. Oh, bring me back. Bring me back at least, man. No, FUT Champs was here. So look at what we used to have, right? We used to have FUT Champs, online draft, online seasons. I'll tell you this right now, this is a better balance than what we have right now. It is. It's a better balance. Not FUT Champs. FUT Champs has always been a garbage game mode. They've improved the general experience of FUT Champs nowadays. It's still quantity amount, which makes it garbage, but whatever, you know? Draft? Oh, let's talk about draft. You guys have never traded. You guys listen, I'm the only person in this community that says this about draft, but do you guys not think it's absolute garbage to have a game mode that you can play where it's like, oh yes, we have a game mode that we can play, right? But you have to put 15 coins in that you're not guaranteed back if you win the whole thing. Okay, very important to mention this. You are not guaranteed that 15k back, 15k back when you win the whole thing, or a game mode in a video game, that has FIFA points in it. I'm the only one that mentions this, right? I'm the only person that mentions a game mode like this having FIFA points in it. Oh, but you spend the FIFA points so that you can try out different cards. Guys, you guys know how tactical FIFA is, right? Like, if you have a certain formation, right? That you know you're not doing good with, and then you're facing another person that has a certain information. You need to be able to switch. You know what I'm saying? Like there's many times where I'm playing the game where I'm like, I need to switch. The only formation where I don't feel like I need to do that is a 4-2-3-1 because it's the most balanced formation in the game, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, I think it's the most balanced one for attacking and defending, right? But if you get like any other formation, that balance is not the same. You know what happened with this mode? If you guys watch my older videos, you'll see a crazy foot draft record, a crazy one. You can go back to my videos from FIFA 15. I think I had like 3,000 matches played, some crazy stuff. That's when I really grinded, right? Because the gameplay game modes made more sense for you to consistently grind all the time, right? I had time periods, right? So I had a time period where I only played seasons. I got bored of seasons. I went to go play drafts only. I got bored of drafts. I went to go play tournament mode only, and then I got bored of tournament mode. And then it was a running cycle all the time. You don't have this running cycle all the time. You know what your running cycle is now? I don't like this mode. Okay, I'm done playing, because you can't do anything else. Because you will play the friendly game mode to unlock these cards to then not use them until icon swaps come, until icon swaps is here. And guess what? When icon swaps comes, you know what you do? You play first goal wins anyways. They may not do it as an actual game mode like they have in the past, right? Like in last year's game, they literally created game modes where it was first goal wins because they know that people don't play the full games, right? But you create all these different teams for icon swaps to make a person's life easier, but it's first goal wins anyways. Because people are just trying to get the rewards as quick as possible and then get off the game. It's such a weird concept to me, you know? Like, it should be like an experience towards grinding. Like, if you had that tournament mode for these squad foundation cards, I would actually enjoy this game. I would stream this game all the time. Streaming this game, guys, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't, because at some point, if I were to play the game normally, I would hit the Elite Division. Oh, I want to do player reviews? Okay, I have to do it in Foot Champs. Oh, I don't have any more Foot Champs games to play? Okay, now let me go into the Elite Division where EA releases what's leaked recently, a flashback Shinji Kagawa card, right? And I have to use that in the Elite Division. Guys, they release those SBCs for the casuals because no one... who's going to use that in the Elite Division? A card from the Belgian League. Do you guys get what I'm saying? But it is a cool SBC. Shinji Kagawa is a cool SBC. If you have any of these sort of game modes, divisions, online tournament mode, the gold tournament cup where it's just the 4 rounds, anything. You guys don't, it's so irritating that you guys have yet to do this. You haven't added a mode in this game that's balancing your other modes. Guys, I've already explained it. Listen to me, okay? You will be able to comfort and to I can't think of the word right now, but you'll be able to have every single type of person that plays FIFA enjoy this game if you had a better balance of your gameplay game modes. Because, hey, FIFA would actually be a pretty cool game if you think about it, okay? Because listen, let's look at it from a regular video game perspective. Okay, so you hop into FIFA, and this is with the concept of them having either the tournament mode or online divisions where it's division 10 to 6, 5 to 1, okay? Let's just think about this. Okay, you start off from Monday, right? You start off from Monday. What's gonna be your initial, like, I'm gonna tell you guys, listen to my thought process for the video game, okay? Your initial grind is gonna be division rivals. You're probably not gonna touch the other game modes unless it's Foot Champs for the weekend, right? You're probably not gonna touch that tournament mode until you grind until the Elite Division. Because I don't know about you guys, but that's always the best part of FIFA. It doesn't become the best part of FIFA when you do it too early in the game. Because guess what? If you do it too early in the game, you will not find good connection games for you to get to the Elite Division. Everybody that you guys saw creating content in the Elite Division at the beginning of the year, all of the games that they played were horrible ping games. And you guys know FIFA. FIFA's ping, I'm sorry, if you play anything over 30, bless your soul, okay? Bless your soul, because this game is horrible online, okay? Especially with the bad gameplay being taken into consideration. Anything over 30, bless your soul. And I know that majority of you guys do deal with that, okay? But that's the problem with division rivals, right? If you did it too early, trying to get to the Elite Division was a pain, guys. It was such a huge pain, but whatever, right? Let's say you grind to the Elite Division. That's your initial grind. That's what everybody's going to be trying to do, is trying to get to the Elite Division, get their wins, call it a day. But once you attain the elite division, and once you have gotten the wins that you require for that whole week, you are done playing that game mode. Yes, I'm done playing the game mode. I've gotten the results I needed. I can go do something else. Then you go to the tournament mode, whether it's in the friendlies bracket, whatever it is. You either go to divisions 10 to 6, 5 to 1, right? You can get your, even if EA, like I said, divided it by 4 or 3 because of the other rewards in Division Rivals and Foot Champs. Even if you did that, you go play your seasons. You can use different teams. Oh, there's new content today. Let me go check out the content. Okay, so I'm gonna go to objectives. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have, oh, look at this guy. Okay, cool. There's cards from the Liga Santander, Uruguayan player that plays for left back, so I can work with that in the future. And then there's also a Uruguayan striker that actually looks like is usable this year because he has the high-low work rates, right? I think he turns into a lengthy card on Hunter. Okay, cool. That's another card I'm going to get. In Managerial Masterpiece, hey, no problem. All right, let me get back here. All right, cool. Let me go back here, go into friendlies, and then I go play the Managerial Masterpiece. Okay, we're done the Managerial Masterpiece. Once I'm done the Managerial Masterpiece, what's the next thing I have to do? Let's say if I did the content every single day, right? I did it every day. I did the Managerial Masterpiece. Okay, cool. Now what I'm going to do, right, is because I just unlocked these cards, I'm going to go use those cards in the tournament mode or divisions, because I'm not going to, I know that those cards are not elite players. You can if you're good enough. Any card is elite player if you're good enough, right? If you're Harry, you know, Calvert-Lewin's amazing, okay? But if you're playing this game and you get those 2 cards, you would go to the tournament mode or the seasons and then play that, because you don't need to play in the elite division anymore. If you just unlock those cards and you are yet to be in the elite division, you would probably put those cards in a team, put them aside. If the elite division is starting to, or if the road to the elite division is starting to bother you, you go play the tournament mode, you go play divisions. You guys see what I'm talking about with the gameplay balance? It's the bounce factor. I always say this to people, it's the bounce factor, okay? And then even better, right? Because this game mode is not as bad nowadays. It's not as bad nowadays. I still hate it because quantity amounts, but it's not as bad nowadays because if you get 11 wins, you're good to go, right? But I don't like that you eliminate a certain player base, right? Just because they're not good at the game. I think that's stupid, okay? I never liked this game mode. You guys know I hate this game mode with a passion. I can get results in it. Doesn't mean I like it, okay? But whatever, it's in the game. You have the weekend league. Okay, on the weekend, people are going to play Foot Champs. They're going to try to get their rewards. And then once they're done Foot Champs, they're going to go back into the regular game. And then they're going to go play divisions, like I said again, or the tournament mode, because they've already done their elite division games. They've already got all their wins, right? Oh, I feel like I want to play what is competitive FIFA in FIFA. I feel like only playing that right now. I don't want to play the tournament mode. I don't want to get these coins. I just want to try to get better at this game, right? Quote unquote get better, because it's ratty in this game, right? But I want to do that. Okay, I'm only going to play the elite division. I already got my wins, but I only want to face top tier players right now. That's what I feel like doing. So I'm going to go do that. Do you guys see the bounce factor? Do you see how everything that you do makes sense? Because you have that one. It's literally just one more game mode in the game for you to have that balance. You see what I'm talking about? Okay. And then, hey, even if they don't change foot draft, right? Even if they don't change foot draft, okay, I feel like playing a foot draft. You know, I've been getting coins from the tournament mode. I have some spare coins I can use. Even if I lose them, who cares? You know, at least I had fun using different cards. I'm getting coins through doing that. I'll go play foot drafts. See, maybe I don't make the coins back, but I'll use a different formation. I'll use these different cards, whatever. I'll do it, you know? And then they do that. With one mode, EA, with one mode, you transform this entire game with one mode. One. You keep these modes that you added. You keep your squad battles for the people that like to play against AI. You keep this moments, this new thing that you added into the game to get the rewards from that too. You keep division rivals, you keep foot champs, but you need that one mode. You need it. This is boring. People, guys, listen. I talked to my boy about this. You know what? I had this conversation with him, and I understand the point of view, okay? He comes to me about division rivals, and I think he's in like division 3, right? Because he plays the game normally. That's him playing normally. Like I said, guys, my RTG, I haven't played normal games on it ever since the last episode of the RTG, okay? Which is like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He was in like division 3 or something, right? I think on average for foot champs, he gets like 11 wins, 12 wins, literally gets better reds than me. I'm not even joking. Like from the 3-4 weekends that I've played so far on the review account, then on the one time on the RTG account, he's literally gotten better reds than me. Like he got Cancelo, he got, you know, he got those cards. But anyways, he literally I had a conversation with him the other day, and I told him, I'm like, he's like, I feel like I'm gonna play Division Rivals right now. And he's literally telling me, I feel scared to play Division Rivals. And I literally told him, I asked him a question. I'm like, brother, would you feel scared about playing Division Rivals if that was your initial grind, but then after you attain a certain level, then you do something else afterwards? Or let's say that grind is starting to stress you out, which in a video game, guys, you shouldn't feel stressed out. You can feel competitive, right? Which is where the stress can come from the competitive modes. It happens in any video game that you play, but consistent stress is not good. So if you play this game mode, but then you had a tournament mode to play on the side, which one would you play in this very moment? And he's like, you know what? Because Division Rivals is kind of stressing me out a little bit, I would play the tournament mode instead, or I'd play the divisions instead. Because guys, on the weekdays, I've talked to multiple people. How many of you guys, this is just a question for you guys before I end this video, okay? Because I've talked about the gameplay game mode balance being horrible for years, okay? How many of you guys only play this game to play your foot champs qualification, qualify for foot champs, play foot champs on the weekend, and then no longer play the game anymore? I know that you guys don't play Division Rivals. I know that some of you do, right? I know some of you do, but I know that all of you don't. I know that a lot of you guys stop playing this game consistently on the weekdays, because the weekend is the only mode where you feel like you're actually doing something, you know? So, yeah, I just wanted to make this video. I've ranted about this in the past because, you know why I'm ranting about this? Because the gameplay this year, like I said, there's some variables that are actually nice to work with. There is. And being able to use these different cards would be sick. But not in the current format. Not in this current format. This current format's horrible. I want to get these squad, like, you know what's bothering me? It actually stresses me out because I'm a gamer at heart. I'm a grinder at heart, right? I look at these squad foundation cards and it stresses me out like crazy because I want the cards, but then I think about two things. I'm like, you don't have the proper game mode to do it, and then you don't have the mode for me to use them, because if I play the Elite Division, it's going to be more of a nuisance to use them than it is for anything else. That's like me playing Overwatch and not using the meta Overwatch characters in competitive. It's the same thing. You're literally putting yourself at a massive disadvantage. But guess what? In Overwatch, if I go play quick play, I'll use whatever character and just have fun with it. Don't tell me about this, because I know that you guys are going to tell me about this. Don't tell me about this. In North America, you can't find games in this. Okay, you can't, guys. If you try to find games on the weekends, even worse, because it might be skill-based matchmaking for this. I could be wrong. I could be wrong for classic match. It could be. I could be wrong. I really could be. Okay, but dude, they add these. Oh my god, just looking at these. Like when they first added it, I thought it was already stupid. I already thought it was stupid. Look at all those brackets they have where it's wasted space for these stupid game modes, headers and volleys. Please, man. Stupid, man. Stupid. Look, this is when I look at this friendly bracket, I see potential. You know what I'm saying? I see potential because I go through it, right? I go through it and I'm like, good mode, Silver Lounge. Okay, there's objectives for Silver Lounge. Let me go grab my silver team. Let me go play this. Good. Managerial masterpiece. Also good. Okay, I play lower rated cards, which sucks. The experience is horrible. But once I get those cards, I can go play the tournament mode or divisions. Doesn't exist, okay? Silver Cup, same exact thing. They have matches remaining, which, again, quantity amount is always garbage. But there's certain quantity amounts that they do for friendlies. It's not as bad because they do so many of them, you know? So whatever, that exists too. Homegrown 11, again, for objectives. But you do these objectives for no reason because you don't use these cards afterwards. These ones, complete garbage, man. Garbage. Garbage. I know you guys, if you guys come to me, you're like, I play this stuff. No, you don't. You know what you did? You played it when it first came out for the first like 1-2 games because there's probably an objective for it. Guys, it's torture to do the objectives for this. Oh, the mystery ball giving a powerful boost to the attack. Come on, man. You're wasting brackets here, man. You're wasting game modes in those areas. You're wasting it. Take all of these out and just put a tournament mode in there. Please. Just take all of these out, except for the good ones, like Homegrown 11, you do that for your objective cards, and put tournament mode in there. Put divisions in there. Divisions 10 to 6, 5 to 4, 5 to 1. Take these garbage nuisance game modes out. Take them out and put a thing there, please. Do you know why I get so upset? I'm gonna tell you guys why I get so upset. Because like I said earlier in the video, these video games suck nowadays, man. They suck. They suck. Okay? And it's not because I'm getting older. They suck because they do not think about balance in other areas. They don't think about balance. Call of Duty, let me tell you something about Call of Duty, okay? I used to like playing the multiplayer of Call of Duty. I'm gonna tell you when I stopped enjoying it, okay? Any Call of Duty dev, any Call of Duty person, right, that says that dead silence doesn't need to be in the game, you are such a nuisance. Dead silence is the entirety of Call of Duty. It changes your experience to play that game entirely, okay? Because all you do in the game nowadays for multiplayer is face rats that sound whore and hold and aim down their sights the whole game. Okay? I saw this coming like in the new Call. I haven't bought a multiplayer for Call of Duty in like the last 4 or 5 years, right? Any Call of Duty game multiplayer, even the Warzone experience, needs to have dead silence because your audio is not consistent. So you need dead silence in the game, right? If you have dead silence in the game, it's like the game mode in FIFA. You literally change the whole game. And guys, this is not an invalid thing to complain about because I watched the Optic podcast, right? And I watched these Call of Duty pros. It's not me saying that because they're saying it. It's me saying it because this is my experience of playing the game. It's not, I don't base my experience or my opinion off of what other people are saying. I'm just seeing it myself. I'm playing the game, I'm running. This guy's just holding a corner and waiting for me to come because he can sound whore me coming from the right side. Right? That's horrible in that game. That alone makes the whole game horrible, right? Overwatch, completely team reliant, right? Team reliant, and then if you go ham, bro, I've gotten games where I got like 60 kills and still lost. You're not getting any elo in that game. For what? And here's the thing, guys. Like, I watch XQC stream, and if I were to get to the top 500, you know what I would stop doing? Excuse me. Do you know what I would do? I would stop playing the game. Because, like I said, FIFA has one of the best competitive modes in regards to like a gameplay game mode balance, if they had the other mode, right? In Overwatch, it's like a 30-minute queue time, 1 hour queue time. I literally saw him had a 1 hour queue time for tank. Oh my god, garbage company. Right there, right away, garbage company. The last game that I would say I thoroughly enjoyed from top to bottom, it was just absolutely fantastic from top to bottom, was Spider-Man. Spider-Man was like, it was basically perfection because everything that sucked in that game, like there was certain moments in the game where they told you to do the hacking stuff in the computer. Oh, like do this to fix the algorithm of the computer. Like, I don't care about that. I'm trying to play Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? That you could skip. They give you the option. Look at companies that, oh, I love when companies use their cabeças, man. When they use their heads, it makes me so happy. Okay? When they use their actual brains, they put a thing in the bottom where you could skip the whole thing. Thank you. I don't have to do this garbage. I want to play with Spider-Man. There was the element of them doing like the Miles Morales and MJ thing where you had to be like stealth around certain characters. People complained about that. It wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? For a little bit, I was okay with it. You know, I was okay with it. I was okay with it, right? It's something that I would just deal with. The hacking stuff was horrible, but you could skip it, so it doesn't matter. It's a void opinion that I have because you could just skip it. Spider-Man was the last game. That and the Batman game, like the one from 2015, were like games that I played where I was like just well thought out games. Like, these games are great. Although in Batman, the Riddler stuff was annoying. I didn't even bother with that. I was like, I have, in my mind, I've completed this game. I'm not doing the Riddler stuff, right? But the rest of these game modes, man, or the rest of these video games, I'm sorry, they're garbage for the reasons that I feel like are valid. You know, you change 2 or 3 things in these games and they can actually be good video games, like well thought out video games. You know, FIFA is definitely one of those games because of these gameplay game modes. We're not even talking about gameplay right now. We're talking about the gameplay game modes. Okay, So hopefully you guys enjoy this discussion video. I've talked about this many times in the past. I hate that EA they're not going to do anything, because here's what EA wants, guys. Okay, because this is what I was going to mention at the end of the video. They want you to be in the menus. They want you to be in the transfer market all day. They want you to be in the menus to open packs all day, because that's how their game modes are formatted. Okay. Because once you finish Division Rivals and you're done Division Rivals, oh my god, I'm so upset. I need a better team. I'm going to go open packs to get a better team. That's what they want. And it's scummy. It is. It's scummy. That's why I think it's garbage. That's why I view EA as a garbage company, because there's certain things that they do well, but I view them as a garbage company from inconsistent gameplay by itself. The fact that they haven't fixed that, by default, every single year, I don't care what core mechanics you have, you're a garbage company, right? But how you format your game makes me judge you a lot on certain things, right? It's like Warzone, man. Warzone, if you don't play multiplayer for certain guns, oh, you don't have the most meta weapon, well, good luck playing Warzone, because you have to go level it up in multiplayer or whatever to be able to use it in Warzone. Good luck, have fun. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.